fuck? No, the fuck up. My fucking phone was freezing. I had to reboot the fucking thing. I had to... I'm going fucking crazy over here. Who's this Surdy Cam? Let's see what he has to say. My fucking phone wouldn't... I couldn't get on Instagram. I had to reboot my phone at 3 o'clock. I don't know what the fuck was going on with it. But I'm on now. Greta Thunberg. Oh, leave that poor little thing alone. I'm waiting for Sayur Kurdakin. I don't know who this person is, but they requested to come in. So let's see what they got to bring to the table. Maybe it's Big Rob Fitness fucking pseudo. Welcome aboard, everyone. LegalSteroids.com presents Gearing Up right here. Wednesdays, 3 p.m. in the East on Instagram Live at Muscle Sport. 30% off muscle video 30 at LegalSteroids.com. I don't know what this person, Wade Sykeradon, is making you wait. Come on if you want to come. I should be in school. I should be here. I should be across the ocean in school getting finger blasted by that Italian boy named Joey with the big nose. We need freaks, baby, but Angelina's scoop. Savage Psycho Joe. Joe, do you want to come on? Because last time you came on, the fucking thing got all fucked up. There you go. All right. Let's talk to SPJ. Sexual fetish.
What was that part?
What's up?
You just cut off.
Let me shut the
what
fucking
the fuck?
music off. What's up, pal?
Dude, your speaker's like low.
Where are you? Are you in a car or something, or you're a cabbie, a truck? Joe, can you hear me? You can't hear. I don't understand what is going on. I updated my Instagram. I updated my phone. I updated my foreskin. And I don't know what is going on. Joe, I could see and hear you.
Turn up your feet. Hold up. Maybe I can do this.
I obviously, if I'm saying you can't hear me saying, can you hear me now?
Oh, for some reason, it wasn't going through my speaker. Fuck.
Now I got you. Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yep. Yes. We're good. What's up, pal? Where are you? You're in the truck?
Yeah. Just doing a side job.
An inside job. Ooh, that sounds like something that the FBI might investigate. Be careful. If Comey comes out of retirement, you're gonna have to worry. So what's going on, man? You're a fucking. Last time we spoke about a week and a half ago, you were telling me about the threesome. That got my attention. That I am a fucking a fan of threesome. So let's hear more about it because we got cut off unfortunately that day in mid fucking stroke.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what I would tell more about that is because it's more of a threesome relationship, really, not just like threesome every once in a while, but stuff. So, technically, when I'm down there and stuff, I'm no longer staying at the facility where all the training facilities at and where the owner has a key and all that and everything else, or there's janitors. I actually stay. We all basically moved into a place and all that, so I actually got my own car and shit there now. And a gun that I was trying to get forever here, but it's $10,000 in the United States. You know how much I bought it for in Colombia?
How much?
Take a guess on that, how much cheaper it was.
It was 10 grand up here. I'm gonna say you gotta have a 1,500 down there.
That's pretty close. I paid $19.50 for like a Barrett 50 caliber semi-automatic down there.
A Barrett 50K. Wow, that could take a fucking tank out, bro.
Yeah, but the best way to all that to shoot an elephant all day is with the best gun.
Yeah, you could use one
or
of the
whatever use I need for it. Huh?
You can use one of the rounds as a dildo. They're fucking large enough and they're shaped properly as well.
Nah, I just use it as like freaking like lug nut caps.
A lug nut cap. So did the girl go back to Colombia? Because she was at your apartment, your house there when we were talking last time. Is she still up in the U.S. or she go back down south?
She's in Denver right now shopping.
In Denver, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you can catch up with her and get her on. We'd love to see her.
Yeah, like she's up there doing that, and like she got a little bit of a magazine photo shoot in Denver, and then the other two girls are going to be here within about 2 days. So by the time she drives back home, all three of them will be up here.
So now there's three. I thought there was only two. So you have three girlfriends?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I said last time the other one, they like didn't know she really wanted in or out.
Now,
I said that. I don't know if he caught it if there was a lag or anything else. Which half the time I'm on here, there's a lag. So.
Yeah, no, it's always right now. I got a great connection with you going on with the hearing and seeing. So has there ever been any hanky panky with all four of you in the same bed?
What do you mean by that? Like, you mean like getting extra
like
frisky, or
instead of a threesome, you have the three women and yourself?
Yeah, actually, I asked them if they wanted to do a certain one thing and all that, and once they got that stuff, I basically drew it out on a piece of paper and said, I want to do this. They all like got really excited and said yes.
So
that was actually fucking fun as fuck.
Did you go through, you went through it physically, not just on paper?
Yeah, dude, I drank. Once I explained it to him and what I wanted and how I wanted to position them and all that and stuff, I had to drink 3 red, white, and booms.
30 red, white, and booms. Well, you know
3.
what? 3. Oh, okay. So what is the position that you mapped out on paper for yourself and 3 hot South American ladies?
It's the trio version of the reverse cowgirl and stuff, which like I had to map it out because I can't say the word in Spanish, and stuff, and only one of them can completely speak English, but she had no idea what I was talking about.
Okay, well, sex is a universal language. You don't really need. All right, so reverse cowgirl. You're laying down. One of them is banging you. Her butt's facing you. I'm going to assume one of them is sitting on your face. You're doing some cunnilingus. Where's the third girl then? Is she like making out with the one that's on the reverse cowgirl? Or is she like in the middle somewhere and like, playing fucking tag with the two of them?
She was in front and everything else, down a little bit south and everything, licking.
So she was licking your cock and the girl's twat that you were fucking.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to finish? Because I probably would have been done in 10 seconds if that happened to me. I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, like that time it was the very first one, first part of it and all that before we cycled through. So I went like I'd say only like it started around like 12:53 and ended about 2:25.
12:53 to those are exact. Wow, I have a feeling that you did the Eye in the Sky, the old fucking videotape, and you saw the. So wait, so you lasted 2 hours with 3 girls?
No, I said no. Like it was like from 12:53 to 1:25. And I don't know if I said 1:25 or 2:25. I saw one in my head.
All right. Hey, listen, that's still a fucking long time. I mean, I think 2 girls on my knob, either way, I think I would be fucking done too quick. So how many times did you fucking get it up after that? Because 3 girls, it's easy to go more than 1 load, right?
Yeah, I finished all 3.
So, but how many times did you finish? Like, that was, you came 4 times in one night. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that, bro. A long time.
That's actually one of the things, like, I don't know why, but, like, there was one time, like, we was, like, sitting bullshitting, and, like, it was just us four in the gym and everything else, and they asked me how many times and everything else can I in one day, and, like, I was like, multiple times, many times, and, and they just, all those answers just kind of strike curiosity and stuff, but...
So, so you actually, the first time you did this was in an empty gym, then, I'm taking it.
Yeah, well, it was at the magazine owner's gym and all that and stuff, which where most of the models kind of stayed, and that's where I was staying at the time. And all that is in their gym and stuff. So all I had to do is freaking lock the door and put something against the door so the janitor wouldn't walk in. Which pretty easy.
What magazine? What magazine does this gym owner own?
Well, it's a Colombian one, all that, but like I'll say, like, I just, like, I don't want to say the full names because I know every once in a while those guys started watching me, that started following me and stuff until I deleted them.
Well, it's public knowledge. It's not exactly, you're not saying any secret. You're saying the name of a magazine. If anything, they should be glad you're promoting them.
It's Chica's Bikini.
Chica's Bikini?
Yep.
And chica means girl in Spanish, right? Hey, chica. I heard the Puerto Rican kids used to say that in high school. We went to high school with Puerto Ricans, Guineas and Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Rican girls were very, very sexy. Now, this girl that's in Colorado now, you said she's doing a shoot for a magazine as well. What magazine is that for?
Yeah, I have no idea. I actually think it's a clothes magazine and all that. It's because she said she got like 4 new pair of pants and all that, like in one set of bikini.
Oh,
so
clothes.
I don't know.
That's boring. We want to see fucking near nude, if not fully nude. So wow, man. So,
I gotta say, the bikini ones out there are pretty good. Like, there's a certain part. Like, I went into one of those shoots and everything else, and I almost had to walk out. So I went and punch every guy in the damn room.
Why?
Well, because it's like some of them out there, like, it's just like how they say
drool.
They're drooling. You said?
Yeah.
Oh, you just got very low. Your volume went low for some reason. So they were drooling. So what do you care? They let them drool. You're coming in these girls. What do you care if they're drooling? Oh, Joe just froze. What is it with this Instagram Live? Family, please help me out here. Joe was loud and clear, telling me about foursomes, 3 vaginas and 1 penis. So I don't know. He's completely froze on. Oh, I got you back, brother. Now you're back.
Yeah, I got a phone call and stuff that I can't ignore.
Oh, hey, listen. If it ain't pussy, it's worth ignoring. You're out here. We're gonna try to get you fucking 4 girls next time. What was the most you ever did in one night? Like either together or separate, like women?
Just only 3.
Just the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And
like I wouldn't want to like try to have 4 girls in there and stuff. Just mainly like, I don't know, like, say if it just is an off day and all that, and you say you can do it and you don't, then you just look bad, you know.
I would love to look so bad. I would love to fucking have 3 girls laugh at me. As long as they're in the same bed as me, it's okay.
Yeah, well,
did they do any like ass things with you? Like, did they fuck with your ass and you fucked with their ass?
No, like honestly, like some of them, I think they're just, like I said, like they just agree to be with me and stuff, and like, and then 2 of them aren't. Not necessarily saying that's wrong. I don't think they just would be comfortable with that. They would be comfortable touching the front end, but to them all day and stuff, I don't think they would ever reach for that side at all. Yeah, like, not saying anything. I just started thinking it's not like a class thing or anything else. It's just like they would just be rather probably preferred, like not to like try to explore that.
Yeah, so they have no problem like doing like bisexuality, but anal sex, that would be too much for them. All right.
Well, like they would take it and all that and stuff, but yeah, like one of them actually kind of asked for it and stuff. He's like, "When are you going to tag to tell and stuff?" And I was like, I told her the answer and everything else and stuff, and she said okay and everything else. And about a week later, and everything else and stuff, we got it alone time and all that, and I tagged her tail.
Tagging her tail, I like that. That's a good one. I like that. Now, do you enjoy ass play? Do you like when a girl plays with your butt? Like, no. Maybe not enter it, but just like, maybe a little licking or a little tickling of the like, because all guys love their balls being licked. So the next natural fucking place would be them to lick the grundle, which is the pimply region in between the ass and the nut bottom, and then the actual balloon knot. Like, I personally enjoy if a girl licks my asshole. Do you feel the same way?
No, I actually don't like certain. It's like a certain while. It actually took a while before I enjoyed. Really had them like.
Person, I have to say that you're definitely special.
Well, it's better than paying somebody else to do it, because that then you got to pay somebody like freaking $3,000 to do something that I'm fully qualified to do myself.
So you got to take care of the girls, though. Are they going to come to Texas with you, the 3 girls?
Oh, yep. They bought a couple of horses and shit.
They bought horses?
Yeah. It's a big piece of property.
Too.
Yeah. So I don't know how to ride them. I do not know how to ride a horse. They do, though. Yeah.
Oh, what do you got? The stick shift there? Is that a fucking stick shift?
Yeah, it's an 18-speed.
You or Jay Masters?
I don't know. I think that guy is probably older than me, but depends who did more OTR, I guess.
When are you gonna hang up your trucker's hat? Because you got all of this other good stuff going on. You don't want to be too far out of town all the time, right?
Well, I'm not doing this professionally. I'm just doing this to pick up my own property that I have to buy.
Oh, so you have a big tractor trailer just in case you got to buy like a gym full of equipment.
Yep.
Oh, so after you do that, then what are you going to do with the truck after that?
I still got to move my property out of that to Texas. That'd be the next thing I do.
But once that's done,
ultimately, I'm just going to sell it.
You're going to sell it?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure a lot of memories. What's your biggest memory from that truck?
A lot of fucking snowstorms that I hated.
I agree with you on that. I'm not a snow guy. But you're moving to Texas, so it's going to be nice. Hey, what about the powerlifting meets? Did you run into any powerlifting meets that you just happened to drive up on?
No, not really. I stopped in a gym last night, and that's about it.
Did you do what were some of your big weights that you're fucking pushing?
Well, I can only hit above 800 on everything.
800 on everything. So squat, deadlift, and benching. You bench 800 pounds, Joe? Wow.
Yeah. Guys, I broke the 500 limit about 3 years ago, and I've been pushing up ever since. And I find that the more I keep out of my comfort zone, all that, and keep pushing and changing the weight and the rep and the days I do it, I can always make another PR. It's when I get comfortable and start saying, all right, 810 pounds is too much. I'm only going to do 3 reps there and all that with 3 sets, and then I'm going to drop it to 775 and then do 5 sets. That's when all my friends and everybody else kind of I notice all that starts plateauing, all that, or start losing their strength and everything.
Yeah, and you're natural, right? You don't use any of that steroid things, do you?
Here's like, not I'm all natural about it. I don't know anybody that would be able to teach me the right and wrong stuff about it. All the people I know that do that are having problems with their shit, where they went completely bald, or they're 22 and had a heart attack and all that. So to me, it should be about 30 reasons all that why you shouldn't do it.
Now imagine if you did do steroids, what do you think you could bench if you were on performance enhancers?
I don't know, because there's this one guy, he's 4 times my size. He quite literally got a bill of $13,000 worth of steroids a month, right? He cannot bench press 185 for 3 reps. And he's huge.
Why not?
I don't know. Like, there's one part, apparently he just did the drugs and really didn't weightlift.
Oh, somebody's asking how old you are. How old? You're like in your 20s, right, Joe?
I'm 28 now. Like, it's been a while since we talked about that one day.
Yeah. No, I remember one of our first shows that we did together. I knew you were 20-something. I just couldn't remember the exact number. But wow, 800 pounds on a bench. I could never even think about that. That is like, I would be afraid to even fucking just load the weights on there. Do you do that with a spot or without a spot?
I do that with 3 to 4 spotters.
4 spotters, wow. So you got fucking foursomes in the gym, foursomes in the gym again, foursomes in the bedroom. Wow. Fucking amazing, man. I don't know, you probably can't read the comments, but the guys are just, they can't believe that. They're like, holy shit, this guy is like a Superman. You're amazing. Between the PR with the weights, turning that fucking wheel, reminds me, you know, you're like a fucking, every girl's dream.
I noticed that's probably like one thing like the girls like first commented about when I started training them. Like at first they said, "Why the fuck would we listen to you?" Like we'd listen to your coach before we listen to you. Well, within about an hour, I shut all 300 of them up by doing that. He's like, "Watch this," and so let's see who is stronger and who knows other stuff, and let's see if you want to learn how to build that ass like a real athlete. And by the time when I started breaking 600, they all shut up.
And 300 fitness models, men and women, that you were captivating them at that point. They were just they were in your palms, as they say.
Yeah, you know the fun part is that there's 5 of those models. They can actually squat 600 pounds. And there's sometimes I was like, all right, well, none of my people that normally here are able to spot me, but these 3 are insanely strong, so I'm going to ask them to spot me instead. And they were more than willing to when they saw how much weight I was willing to put up.
Now, is this a male or female or a mixture that can do this 600?
These were females. There is
600 pounds. That's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, there is a couple of the guys and all that, and they openly told me their stack and all that and stuff, but they only squat like 550 at the most, and one of them actually and stuff is like recovering from a knee surgery and all that. And he's like 5 years from a knee surgery, so I understand why he's only doing 550, but. He also is saying why don't you just rep out 500 pounds and do it this way? And honestly, I honestly told him all that. Once I had the urge and all that in the drive to start pushing for PRs, I can never just settle for one set of weight. To me, it's unsatisfying. And it's when you know you can go to a massive weight or 300 pounds out there, it's only satisfying when you're to that failure.
So these are girls that are squatting 600 pounds natural, and they're fitness models. They're not even bodybuilders.
Well, some of them may or may not be on drugs. One of them, I was sort of saying, she probably injects something, and she's the biggest one. But she can still do it, but she hasn't openly told me. You know, like, to me, the way she's answered is not my business to know. I've asked her that what she was on, but like she didn't answer it.
Even if she is on something, that's still a crazy amount. Now, did you ever bang this girl? Like, you ever had relations with her sexually?
No, honestly, like, I wasn't like I thought she was hot. I thought she had great tits and everything, but I didn't. I just thought like it was a little bit of a turnoff and all that. And another fact, she's like 6 years older than me.
Yeah, but that means she has just more experience. You know, she probably could. What do you got? Dry ice in there? I see smoke coming out. What do you got? Potheads or dry ice in there?
Neither one.
Do you know The Rock? You know Dwayne Johnson? Are you friendly with him?
No.
No.
I know of him. I don't know him.
Well, yeah, of course. No, I know what you mean. What's in there? What are in those boxes, bro? I saw that quick. What do you got? Frozen food in there? Like fucking Key Food frozen peas or something?
Well, that one stuff maybe. I just got back this trailer up, and I was going to get my trailer in next to it, so.
I thought you had an empty trailer to pick up the gym equipment. That thing looked full.
This is not my trailer. My trailer's over here.
Oh, so you were driving someone else's?
It was like I had moved their trailer and all that over so I could get mine in and all this, because like the truck broke down and all that, so like we pulled him off the truck so we get through it so we can move shit around so I could get my product done too.
Oh, so you were doing somebody a favor. You come through, man. You're like I wish you lived closer to me, because me and you, we would be able to hang out in person. Maybe you can throw me some of the leftover girls, like maybe the 600-pound squat broad.
Yeah, I thought you had a 36-year-old and all that and stuff. I can tell you this, she's 36, but she's, well, there's one that's 36 and one that's 38. They're both
to me.
But like they're both like insanely hot and insanely strong.
I like that. I would let them squat me. I do the lift and carry with them. I pay them.
Yeah, what was the other thing I was told to do?
The truth?
No.
No. I was reading.
Yeah, like honestly, I know that one. Big bug bouncer, huh? You're talking to that stuff. All right.
The bug bouncer is one of the guys that watches the show. He's a funny guy, man. He's an exterminator, obviously. So now, what was the story with the girls that were squatting the weights? Like, how did that come about? They got inspired by you, and they said, "I'm." No,
like two of them out there were up to like 400 pounds when I first started and everything. Like in so it was like I kind of gave them some tips on that on how I got up to a certain weight, and they put that in there and changed their routine and all that, and broke past their little plateau and all that, and they can start doing it. Then I kind of introduced them to what Andy and all that was always talking about with flexible dieting and all that, and they had a cheat meal. They were and everything else, and they to them all that and stuff like down there and all that, they just opened up the Pizza Hut, and I said like, hey, you guys want to do a cheat meal? Pizza Hut's the fucking place to go. And we all went there, ate a bunch of stuff. Next day we had a powerlifting competition at our private gym in Columbia and everything else, and it was they all made a new PR that day, and I was like, see, you do it this way, you'll make PRs and stuff, and you prepare for it. You don't have to go in there depleted and you still try to hit a PR.
So do you think Pizza Hut's the secret ingredient to getting the PR on the fucking powerlifting move?
Well, if there is a place that's better and all that, go for it and all that. But the part and all that, was getting that carbs and that sugar, just with hit that that meal where you had an extra 1,000 calories and all that, and like 500 carbs to transfer into fuel for your workout.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, you
And
just-
yeah. So Pizza Hut is definitely something that you think for a cheap meal is good. That's authentic Italian pizza. Me being a guinea from Brooklyn, pizza, there is nothing better than that. That's like the fucking upper echelon of fucking pizzerias.
and, like, honestly, I would go to like if there's like a mom and pop's pizzeria that's more true Italian, I'd go to that opposed to a Pizza Hut and all that. But say if there's something new and you have never been to it and all that, it's a great place to try. Especially like you're saying you're in a third world country and there's a Pizza Hut, it's obviously new to you, you know. So not only does it taste good and all that, but you also can make your goals.
And what did they say when they were? So what do you mean flexible dieting? Give me a little, school me a little bit on that. You're talking about not sticking to some macros and bullshit like that.
Well, like the way I'm introduced to it is like and stuff. You still stick your macros, but and all that, but you kind of change it up. So it's like when you do your calorie, you're in a calorie deficit a little bit most of the week, and then Friday comes around, all that and everything else, and you go and you spike up all your food to 3,000 calories for a Friday night. You show up in the gym Saturday morning, you got that 3 calorie surplus, all that to bang for a bigger, better you.
So you're into seafood then? You said that you eat your mackerels, right? Mackerels.
Well, macros, I may have said that funny, but
It's hard to hear sometimes. The fucking thing. The thing lags a little bit. So you I thought you said mackerels. I was going to ask you did you like sardines as well? I know sardines is big for bodybuilding.
Oh, that's nasty, bro. That brings back some bad days in boot camp.
Oh, boot camp. Talk about that a little bit.
I was just simply saying there's a food problem we had and all that and stuff one day and everything else, and everything else, and somebody may have taken some sardines and all that and mixed it with something else and said, the one that eats this gets $1,000.
So when did you raise your hand? It's $1,000, man. That's it's nice pocket change.
It was nice, but it can get really bad really quickly because what it was sardines, a banana, some peanut butter, and all that, and some mustard mixed all together. And you had to eat it.
Yeah, obviously they're doing it to see who's fucking, got the balls to do it. So yeah, what year was that? How many years ago was that?
Like 8.
8? Okay, so you were like a 20-year-old kid when you went in.
No.
Right? 20 years old. And that was in what branch was that again?
The Marines.
The Marines. Oh, we got a lot of people that are Marines that watch this. That's fans of this show too. So, my respect, semper fi to you, Marines. I have a lot of respect for guys that served. Of course, Marines. So what was some of the fun? I heard boot camp in the Marines is really tough. Like I mean, you're obviously a big fitness guy now. Was it tougher then? Were you in the great shape as you are now back then?
No, actually, I went in kind of fat and everything else because I was kind of chubby in high school and I was into weightlifting, but also right within the first 2 years I sustained 3 bad injuries and all that. So it was I had I tore my pec in half and all that before I got out of high school. I dislocated my kneecap once before I got out of high school and didn't go to the doctors. So that's how I kind of hit that past the physicals when I went into the service. Because that's an auto disqualifier. If it was showed up on medical record, they would have disqualified that.
Yeah.
I never went to the hospital. I dislocated it, stood up, and it popped back into place, and I limped around for a month and all that and stuff, and and everything else, and then I had to take off. Well, I got fat during those times, and didn't know anything about what I was doing other than the fact that I'd go to school and there'd be weights, and I said I wanted to weight lift, so the guy said go for it. So when I was in high school, I didn't know anything other than how to fucking lift. Like, and I didn't know. I like over the years I slightly picked up stuff on base, off base, and just eavesdropping on conversations and and everything else. And then and I started just listening, and then I met up with this one guy, and he was planning to be a Mr. Olympia. I don't think he has ever made it, but he was a big motherfucker. And he started just lecturing me and telling me stuff, and and we'd in the middle of my sets, he would just sit there and curl and talk about dieting and bulking and steroids and everything else. And I would just sit there and listen while I was sitting repping out my weights. And
what's the guy's name?
His name's James Selesky. He's like 46 or so.
And he won the Mr. Olympia, you said? James Selesky?
I don't think he won it. He said one day he would. But he was like a 320-pound motherfucker. And he looked good too. It's he went and did some other competitions. I do believe he had a pro card, and I don't know if he lives in New Jersey or in Denver now. He moved away a long time ago and shit. But
those are close. Yeah, you flip a coin.
But
on Jersey.
But it's I learned a lot. I started learning that way and all that. And then I kind of started coming stuff. And then there's one day and stuff. I was there when I came back from truck driving. I signed up at a gym and everything else, and I was there weightlifting, and I was waiting for the deadlifting pad to open up, and there was this fitness model sitting there, just repping 405 out. Well, I was tired waiting on him, so I went over there. And I see you repping my warm up weight. When are you gonna get done with that? And we started arguing and everything else, and and he's like, I want to see you do that without warming up. And I went right over there, grabbed that 405, and started repping it out. And that was actually Andy Thompson I did that to. And that was actually the best, smartest thing I ever did, because after that big old argument and me showing up and punking him like that, he's seriously saying, he's like, I'm going to do you a favor, Joe. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I'm going to transform you into the guy you should be. And all that, and that's when everything all started. And I started massively learning shit and everything. And it's because he would sit down and lecture me for hours on end, all that in between talking to all of his clients. And I just kind of just soaked it all up.
You were in high school when this was going on with Selesky?
No, James Selesky's was I was 18 and stuff with, and then when I ran into Andy Thompson, I was about 24.
Andy's the guy I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it was. I recognized the name when you said it. I'm like, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's in your magazines.
How tall you are? I'm curious too. What's your height, bro?
5'7".
And what's your body weight?
Right now is at 210.
5'7" at 210. All right.
Yeah, but I got some big muscles, though, and stuff. Before I started weightlifting, I was actually only 100 pounds and was overweight.
You were 100 pounds, but you said you were fat, though.
Yeah, well...
What were you, 3'2"? I mean...
No. I was 5 foot in high school, but...
So you were 5 feet tall and 100 pounds.
I didn't stop growing until I was 24.
Was your middle school located in Poland?
No.
Was it named Auschwitz, your middle school? I mean, 100 pounds, bro. Come on. That's I was small, dude. I had skinny arms and everything. All until about age 16. That's when it all changed. Age 16? Say that again?
I was really small until age 16. It's when I hit a growth.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. I didn't hear it right. So at 16, you were 100 pounds, and you've added. And what was your height back then? 5'2", you said, when you were younger.
He was in between 5 foot and 5 foot. He's in between the entire time, all 4 years. Started out at 5 foot and grew to 5'7".
Yeah, so you played sports too, then, right? Were you on the football team and shit?
No.
No,
all I did is weightlift.
Weightlifting. I would have recruited you to be like a fucking left tackle or some shit.
It was I know there's a certain part of the when I started getting big and all that, people ask me to, but there's one thing: my mom hates fucking sports. She hates it.
Why?
She had do not know, and I really, but she hates it. She won't watch sports, this and that. And she quite literally said, none of my children will go through school playing sports. And we didn't.
You got to respect mom's wishes then. I hear you on that.
Actually, most of that stuff is I can't get, you had to have a signature, and without that signature, you can't play.
Yes, you're right. I know. I had to sign them for my son to play high school sports and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Which is kind of funny is because, you know, there's sort of like, which is kind of funny is because, you know, there's sort of like, you know, what funny about that is like I can't play that stuff on the team, but in team sports and in the other like 4 gym classes that were mandatory to graduate,
yeah,
and everything, I actually was hurting the football players all day. Like it's because like I didn't that school was notorious for breaking the rules. So you played how they played. Well, when I turned 16, I actually started weightlifting enough where during team sports when we play arena ball or like in capture and war ball, I'd full on tackle them into the concrete wall and shit. And like during capture and stuff, I was hurting a lot of people and everything else. So like there's parts where I know my mom, he's like, you're that football coach called today. So you're saying, do you put 2 more football players?
Start closing your fingers.
Welcome to Metro Wire, where we bring you breaking news on the best deals in, whoa, I don't have the words.
I do. We just got footage of the LG Stylo 5 now available when you switch to Metro by T-Mobile.
They're planning a biological attack.
Tim might be infected.
Going into anaphylactic shock.
Tim better make it.
He will.
You think there's a third terrorist out there?
Look out! Gun!
The Rookie returns on a new night, Sunday, 10/9 Central on E!
Football coach called today. Coach called today. So you're saying, do you put 2 more football players on the fucking disabled list? You're like, I just kind of smile.
You got recruited by the coach. He saw you. He recognized the fucking sheer talent.
Yeah, he talked to me face to face. He says like, "What's your mom's name and stuff? I'm gonna go to your house today," but never got on the team.
But what is you said you played arena ball?
Yeah, that's basically like football inside like the main gymnasium, and you can play it off the other stuff. Like, but you were still able to do full-on tackles.
Okay. Somebody's saying that you were in Vietnam. You're too young for that. You were Afghanistan and Iraq, right? You served in both theaters?
Yep.
Yep, both. And how far apart with what years? Like how long did you spend in one, and then which one was first?
I'm not gonna talk about it and everything else. It's just more of my stuff and everything else, and I can get into it. But it was a great service, but.
Proud,
there's some
proud, bro. That's something you should. I would brag if I were you. I'd be fucking proud of that. I would never hide that. That's something that you should fucking let the whole fucking world know about. That's honorable, Joe.
Yeah, well, it's like most way, but like there's some people that don't about it. I know there's certain parts. My last fight, they say you're in the Marines, and stuff. Like, I kind of see you wearing a Marine shirt. Were you in the Marines? I answered yes. 2 minutes later, I had him on the ground because it turned into a fight. It's like honestly, there's certain parts I kind of look at him. I think is like, now am I gonna have to freaking fuck this motherfucker up if I answer yes, or should I just ignore him? And I've gotten over the years, that from day one to now, I've gotten in about freaking 22 fistfights. Of people that don't like the military. And I don't know why.
Like the military. That's disgusting.
I don't know. I didn't exactly get their names when they're on the ground unconscious, but it started 22 fistfights with just myself. My brother, he's a vet too, and he came out disabled. But before he got disabled, he's gotten into 6 fights himself, and he was in the Army. And he's a disabled vet, completely 101% disabled right now. And he gets he still going through surgeries too. This year alone, he's went through 3 more surgeries.
Is he older or younger than you? Is he older, brother?
He's older. He's older.
And he served in the same. Did you guys serve together at the same time?
No, he was already disabled when I went in and stuff, but he's 32.
He's 32?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 4 years between. All right, yeah, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear about that, especially because he's, did it in the service of his country, which is noble of him. But like when you see movies like Last Survivor and stuff like that, do you find them to be realistic, or do you think that they're fake, like Mark Wahlberg, the movie with the Afghanistan?
Honestly, I see where they break lines and they turn it into Hollywood, that and stuff. And sometimes they get some stuff right, but then you can say, hold up, this wouldn't happen in this way of form, or this wouldn't happen here. And it's like, this is just a fucking Hollywood now. I've seen that in several movies, and then there's some stuff that were true life events that were not military. And I have experience in that field, and he's like, you would never do that. That guy would have no power. But Mark Wahlberg's acting like he has all the authority in this thing here. And that pissed me off too, because when you actually got that experience in there and all that and stuff, you actually have an idea about how it is. And there's in between the military and other stuff like the oil field. I work in the oil field, so when I watched Deepwater Horizon, I called bullshit 9 times.
Okay, what parts?
The main part that a general electrician has any authority whatsoever. The floor hands have more authority than any motherfucking electrician does. All that and stuff, and and everything else. And then there's just the stereotyping. It's because all the drillers I worked with, he's like, well, I never saw a floor hand or a driller that would graduate high school. Well, here's the problem: they have to have freaking degrees in college before they can ever make driller. They can start a floor hand and stuff, but the company I work for and the other company, I work for 2 of those companies, and they were the 2 of the biggest in the world. They would not hire you unless you had a GED. Like, and then they talk shit to you if you had a GED to that, and stuff, like, and anything else. And like, and also, like, say if you went in there and you were the main driller, I mean not driller, but derrick hand, which is step down from the driller, and you went to in the room and you and all that, and the other three guys that is the derrick hand, me, and two other drillers were interviewing new guys. We let a lot of guys that graduate high school go for being too fucking dumb.
So you were an oil driller too, on top of all of this other stuff?
Not driller, I made it to derrick hand.
So that was after the service?
Yeah. Honestly, like the oil fields, how hard you work is how fast you're going to get promoted. If you can work harder than everybody else, you may get promoted 3 times all that in 1 year.
You
can work there for 4 years.
This question has been burning inside of me for fucking almost 5 decades. Do you think it was possible for fucking, on the Beverly Hillbillies when they found, the oil in Texas, Jed? Do you think that was possible? Because to me, it seems like it. And I know they tried to say the show was a documentary, but it's based on almost like a docudrama based on real. Do you think that fucking Jed Clampett would have been able to find the Texas tea in his backyard like that?
I would actually have to watch that because I never watched that and everything else. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Beverly Hillbillies? Wow, that's a great show.
I watched Gold Rush. I watched like the Black Gold thing and all that, and that was about it. But that was a more of a modern day one. And I've seen documentary about things and everything else. But honestly, if you knew where what geologists look for, they look for where the seabed was and where it is now, and where wash is at to determine where they want to go and all that when they're drilling, where to start at, where to get shits at. You would have to know something about that area before doing it. If you just set up a drill and everything else, you start drilling, you might miss the water table entirely, let alone find oil, especially now. Other in fact, nowadays you got to drill past the water table by legal standards. It's like our rig itself, we had to drill a minimum of 5,000 feet past the water table, and before we even started the curve. It was because ours was a
move it
drill.
over to the side then, the water table, right, where everybody puts their cups. Why do you get that? That shouldn't be in the way, because it's hot. You need to have water on the table.
Yeah, sometimes we just go straight. As far as I understood, that I wasn't the driller, but I got close to it, started taking the classes, but I didn't have the degree, so I would never make it. And that's actually why I quit. It's because you don't want to be stuck with a limited part and never get promoted past that part and stuff.
How many years did you work in that field? 3. 3 years. Wow. So you fucking. How does it feel when you hit oil? Does it feel like you're fucking, that's kind of it's like hitting the fucking slot machine, right?
Well, most part and all that, you can drill 24,000 feet and everything else and stuff, and it's not until after the fracking does oil really come in there. However, you can get pressure and gases back, and that's all right. But a lot of times you use either water-based mud, that to keep the gas down so they don't come back at you, or you use oil-based mud. And when you're tripping pipe and you're covering in oil, in most ways, it's because oil-based mud and everything else. So it's mud in there, but it's just mainly it feels just like oil and everything. That too is also just fun in itself. In most ways, it gets sucky a little bit. It does suck a little bit, but you kind of look at it and say, people go to the health spa all the time, and they'll pay $300-400 a sessions to get what we're getting paid $35 an hour for.
So you got to think about it. You should get much more than that, man.
It was definitely hard work, but I started out at 26. I started out at 2650 when I was the lowest hand on the rig and everything else. I made it to 35. So, but I was never going to make the $45 an hour. It just mainly because I did not have that degree.
Do they hire fucking illegal Mexicans to do the labor work on those sites?
A lot of companies now, you can have 4 or 5 companies all working on one thing, but the Roughnecks drilled, and everything else. And we'd move the rig to this and that, but we had rig movers and we had roustabout guys. Now roustabout guys is where there would just be a hand that they go in and dig a hole for us. and all that, or go and fetch, like, drill a big old hole and all that, and hook up to our flare line. So if we hit a gas pocket, we can burn it all off. Those guys did that, and a lot of those guys didn't speak English.
Goodfellas, right? They dug a hole for Billy Bats.
Well, like this one here, like sometimes we just drill a hole to drain off into it, and I mean not drill a hole, but dig a hole and turn it into a pit, and stuff like and everything. So it turn it into a pond.
Hey,
And then sometimes we'd have to bury shit.